Yes, yes. Welcome in again, everyone. The One Burner Bachelor, 37 steps up high above the city. It's still crazy hot out there, but the show must go on. I am still psyched, of course, with my new saute pan. And here is the new spatula, the new wooden spoon, and the new tongs that I still don't know who was nice enough to send them to me. And, of course, I'm also still crazy psyched that Randy Santel, Atlas, actually got back to me. Today we're going to do something a little different, kind of fun. I think I may have mentioned on a previous episode a while back that a chef that came into our kitchen that we asked, what do you ask a chef to cook to see if he really knows what he's doing? And one of his answers was hot dogs, which we've done a few times, make them special, make them fancy. And the other one was a grilled cheese. So I'm going to put my twist on a grilled cheese sandwich today, which I think will make it special and different. What I've already done here on very low heat is put a little butter in my brand new saute pan from my Big Sis. And I'm just kind of letting that render a little bit. Not too hot. I will turn the temperature up when I need to. Okay, we'll be back. The show must go on. It's hot, but it's all right. Okay, we're back. All right, this is what I've done. First of all, I'm using hamburger buns for our grilled cheese. I've got them face down now in that butter that's pretty much all cooked away. I turn the temperature up a little, not to toast them face down, but to get them warm and get some of that butter flavor in them. When we come back with my brand new spatula, I'll have those flipped over, and I'll show you what we're going to add to them to make them good. We'll be back. The One Burner Bachelor. Okay, we're back. I've now flipped over my hamburger buns, and yup, that's a squeeze of mustard on each one of those. Mustard is one of my favorite things. It's great flavor, and I like mustard. I can remember having a grilled ham and cheese years ago. I'm not sure if Mom made it or if I got it off a work truck or I was somewhere, but the mustard being on there with the ham and the melted cheese was so good that I'm doing that now because I like mustard. But what I'm adding with my new tongs is not ham. It is some really nice, thinly sliced deli turkey. Smoked turkey, I think it was. Maybe smoked maple turkey or something like that. And I'm putting just enough of it on each half of those buns. I have turned the heat down in the pan because the butter's kind of done its job, but we still need the heat in the pan. And I can't possibly, with holding one hand and my camera in one hand with my other hand, get the cheese on there. So I'm going to pause here again for a minute, let that turkey start to get warm, and I'm going to put the cheese in the middle of the sandwich and not on the bread, so the turkey will get nice and warm and toasting before the cheese all melts. All right, we'll be back in just a bit. Thanks again, everybody. Okay, we're back. It's hot, but the show must go on. Now, as you can see here, the American cheese is just starting to melt nice and do its thing, the turkey and the mustard. And yep, there's quite a bit of cheese on there, 2 slices on each sandwich. And yep, there's quite a bit of turkey. And back in the day, at the very busy pizza shop I worked at, the BLT sub, when someone ordered that, the guy that owned the place and taught me a lot said, there's only 3 main ingredients to that sub: bacon, lettuce, and tomato. So give them plenty of bacon, give them plenty of lettuce, and give them plenty of tomato. So that's what we're doing here. There's plenty of turkey and there's plenty of cheese. Of course, the mustard is up to you. You might want to use cranberry sauce, maybe mayo, maybe nothing, maybe a slice of tomato, maybe some bacon, anything you like. And even though I have my brand new spatula, I'm still not going to try to flip these and put them together with my camera in one hand and my spatula in the other. So I'm just going to pause for a minute, and when I come back, we'll have them put together, and I'll show you what we'll do from there to finish up. All right. Thanks again. We'll be right back. Okay. There they are. Let me just get another look at that sign that my friend Jim made for me. There they are. Right here now, and now with my spatula, I can press on them a little bit and get that cheese even more melty. And I want to share a little story about the saute pan and one pan on the One Burner Bachelor. My dad was in the Army, a soldier in World War II, and when they were in Germany, it was not uncommon practice that they would just show up at a house, knock on the door, and tell the people that they needed to leave for the night because the soldiers needed somewhere to stay. That's just the way it was. They didn't feel very good about it, but that's the way it was. So when they get up the next day to make breakfast, bacon, eggs, sausage, the grandmother that lived in the house, the senior citizen lady, had a big old iron skillet saute pan. And they cooked everything in that. And breakfast was wonderful, as Dad remembers. And then, of course, when they got done, out of respect, they cleaned everything, they shined everything up, and they cleaned that pan out so it was looking brand new, thinking they were doing the right thing. When the family came home before they left that day, the grandmother was absolutely irate and mad. They had washed all the seasoning and cleaned all of the seasoning out of her pan. And it was really tough to get a hold of fat or lard or whatever it was that you needed to cook your dishes in. So my dad and the other soldiers, as the story goes, actually found a store or found a place where they could buy a tub of lard or a chunk of lard and brought it back to the grandmother, back at the house, so she could have some and start all over again and begin to reseason her pan. We didn't use any lard today. It's so great having this brand new saute pan, and so special that the spatula, the tongs, and the wooden spoon were just an anonymous great gift. All right, these three grilled cheese and turkey with a little mustard made right from scratch in the saute pan. The top of the buns are nice and crispy. Actually, I'm going to use my hands right now because I can't really do it with a spatula. And I'm just going to flip them both over again. And you can see how the bottom of the bun has crisped up. The heat stayed on about medium the whole time. That butter that we started with just to flavor the underside of the top and the bottom of our buns is, of course, all gone now. And now it's just heat that's making these grilled cheese turkey with a little mustard even more fabulous. All right. Thanks again, everybody. Hot, 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 37 steps up high above the city. Angelo's down on the second flight of stairs outside the neighbor's door downstairs, who have a nice air conditioner which keeps the hallway cool. Thanks again, Randy Santel. Thanks everybody for viewing, sharing, subscribing, and try some of these recipes. I think this is a good one. The grilled cheese. Hope to see you next time, everyone. The One Burner Bachelor.